Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Sluggy here. Coming at you pre-recorded with a kind of a guide explanation on how we do the generators in Backrooms Escape Together. Sorry. Understand this is coming from the perspective of somebody who runs this game primarily solo. I don't do a whole lot of co-op runs with this game. I do a few on occasion, but this is mostly coming from a solo perspective. But you can take what I'm going to explain to you and translate it into co-op runs if you so desire, if that is your flavor of gameplay. So I've seen this question asked a few times, primarily in the Backrooms Escape Together Discord, talking about, you know, how do you guys do gens so fast? How do you know where to go? Is there a strategy here, or is it just random? In short, it is random, but we get information, and I'm kind of going to be walking you through what I'm looking at when I go through level 1, and how that will adjust my pathing based on the information that I get here, right? So obviously down here, this is our staircase. This is where we spawn. We go up the stairs and then we enter the room. So as soon as we enter, we get a little bit of information off the bat. As soon as I enter here, I see there's nothing but a couple of pillars. There's nothing, there's no gens. So at this point, I would begin my path. You can either go straight, you can go left, you can go right. Generally, I would not advise moving along the walls here, as if I were to do something like this, nothing, which this is very common, and then I get a room, so then there's going to be nothing all the way back, right? If I were to take that path, I would have very little information that tells me that most of the map is there's still a possibility for there to be a generator anywhere else on this map. So I don't recommend tracing the walls. I do recommend either going straight, left, or right. Primarily, when I run, I will go left or right. I feel like if you go just directly straight, you might be able to find something. But then you're just playing 50-50s, because you're basically just cutting the map in half, right? So if I just go forward, going, hey, I see a generator over here. That's great. That leaves, you know, this entire area of the map and this entire area of the map, it's 50-50. Whereas if I go left, I still see the same generator, but that narrows down the options, because if I'm pathing this direction, it is less likely for there to be a generator in this smaller area, right? So if let's say hypothetically, I just ran in a straight line this entire time. This is all I did. So I have the information that there's one gen in this entire straight line of path. It is less likely that there's going to be a generator in this unknown area, because there is less space for there to be a generator in, versus this larger area where there is more chance for there to be generators in, because it's a larger area. So in this scenario, I path left, I find the gen. So what am I going to do? I'm actually going to start curving here, and instead of pathing directly left, I'm going to start pathing up. And we're pathing up, and we find another generator. That is very helpful. I've now found 2 of the 5 that I need, and 2 of the 6 that spawn. And what I see here, when I see a spawn like this tells me that I have a number of generators on the technical left side of the map, which means that I will probably have more, and I probably have less on the edges, because there's just a lower probability of there being generators on the edge of the map. So I have this whole area to work with, and it narrows down where I am looking for generators. I could go straight, and in this hypothetical scenario, I would find nothing, and that would still leave me with this entire right area of the map to work with. So you can cut down your options, keeping in mind what side of the map, even by like small amounts, what side of the map your generators are on. So in this scenario, I find this gen here. So I'm going to continue to curve toward the area of the map that I find that I'm going to have more generators in, right? That it's more likely. And as I curve, we're pathing towards the right side, and we're going to see what we can find. Hey, we found another generator. All right, so we found 3. And this affirms my suspicions. I probably have more generators over here to work with. And I do that generator. I've probably gone through a lights out scenario at this point. And we're going to curve down. This is an unfortunate drawing. I have a gen over here. Okay, so yeah, this is where I would see a 4th gen. Now I need one more. This tells me that I have a gen probably somewhere in the middle section of the map or somewhere on the edges, right? And that narrows down where exactly I can path to find this gen. I can tell you right here, this is where one of my generators is. I would have seen it next to this generator, as I just didn't expand the tool far enough to expand that, right? But this is a pretty normal generator spawn. This is a pretty average spread. This is something you would see normally, typically in a game. And this is how I would approach it. Conversely, you could path the other direction and still get information. So let's say I path right here. There's a wall for a building. Okay, so we're going to go around the building. We find a generator. Okay, so we have all the rest of this map to work with. We're going to path up. And then we turn left. And we find a generator. Okay, and that tells me that the rest of the generators are probably towards the center or the left side of the map. And we can do that. So you'll see as I path solo through this map, I'm kind of doing the same thing every time. I'm either going left or I'm going right, and I'm curving towards the center. That is generally where generators will spawn. And where you find your generators along those paths will tell you and affirm for you if you are correct, or if you happen to get unlucky and you get a spawn like this and you happen to get like generators on each 4 corner of the map. That could happen. It's not likely. It is less likely because that is a smaller area of the map that you would have to go to get these generators, but it is possible. And at that point you reset. Or if you're playing casually, then you go to the corners of the map and you do your generators. But that's how I approach this map. This would be probably the only map in the speedrun where we can actually use the information that is given to us by the RNG to understand what RNG that we have. Pretty much every other map in this game, you see what you got and you don't find out what you got until you're there. But this one, we can actually adjust our pathing accordingly whenever we find generators along our path and the general route that we take. So I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Anything else you want me to go over, I have no problem. Hope this helps you in your runs. Good luck to everyone who is currently running this game, who finds this video helpful. Take it into your runs. I hope you beat me. I hope you beat everyone. I hope you're fast. Until next time, I love you all. Have a good one.